Laura, and I've been playing for 2.5, 3-ish years.
My name is Ashley, and I have been playing Dungeons & Dragons now for almost 3 years.
My name is Christian. I played my first campaign 15 years ago, but I've been playing consistently for the last 2.5, 3.
Zachary Starnes, and I've been playing some form of role-playing game for 3 years, I guess. Yeah.
My name is Hunter Roberts, and we've been playing for Dungeons & Dragons. We've been playing for, 4 years now? 4 years? I am Captain Hunter Stormbeard. He's a dwarf pirate. He's a gunslinger, and he knew he was in a game, and that was annoying for everyone involved, because I didn't tell them that I knew I was in a game until after the game was over, and then everyone went, well, that makes perfect sense. Everything makes sense now, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Harkin is a half-elf wizard, and he is very academic and seeks knowledge and intelligence. And
I play a elven druid named River, and she talks like this. And I don't know why, because I don't think anybody else around the place where she lives talks like this either, but, you know, she does this a lot too, uses her hands a lot.
My current character is a half-elf bard named Theron. I am a certified murder hobo. I care not of anything, I just get what I came for.
I really like the character I'm playing now. Her name is Aiko. I'm still getting to know her a lot, but I like how she approaches everything. She's very sheltered growing up, and, you know, has always had these, like, big fantasies of, like, being a part of an adventure or something. So now that she's actually kind of in the thick of it, she's approaching everything with this, like, wide-eyed kind of wonder and not really fully aware that, like, the threats are real.
What is your favorite story? Take your time.
I should have known this question was coming. I need time to prepare. Probably the night that we fought the big dragon in the cave.
But we were, like, going deep down, and, like, we get to, like, this bottom pit of it, and there's, like, a lake or whatever, and there's a dragon in the lake.
And, like, I think a lot of people end up saying that probably about our campaign, but, like, there was so much teamwork and so much cool, like, I turned into, like, I think it was a rock elemental.
So, we're all messed up. Anyway, but he's, like, dying, so my character's like, ah! And so I have this thing where I have, like, telekinesis, and I'm like, alright. So then immediately it was just like, whoop, and just, like, dragon came out, and I was, like, holding it, and I, like, floated up, and there was, like, blood pouring down my nose and stuff.
And, like, through Ulsa, it was a bunch of stuff like that. It was really cool.
But it was so cool, and then our druid, like, turned into a rock person and, like, lodged our paladin on top of... We do that. That's probably the biggest trope in our games, is our druid throwing people at things.
The one that I almost forget myself, but when it comes up, I get so excited because I remember how exciting it was while playing, is the time that Remy got to play an adventurous pirate.
I'm gonna have to go with, being a bard, you're not considered a very tough character.
I don't remember how we got it, but we got a hat, which I immediately renamed the Sneaky Hat, which you could put on and it would disguise you. It wouldn't change anything about your feature, like your height or your weight or anything, so it just changed your look. We went out into a town where I had notoriety. People in the town didn't care for me. So I went to a blacksmith shop, and I put on the Sneaky Hat to walk around town. And the DM was like, what do you look like? And I was like, I look like Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
So we were running back, and it was middle of the night, and we see a campfire, so our halfling goes off into the brush. And me and our ranger, we walked straight up into this campfire area, because it was right in the path. And it was a group of, it was 7 goblins.
So basically, we're on this ship, and we're supposed to be transported from one place to another, and we're all down in the old bunks, and I'm sure you'll probably talk to Captain Hunter sometime soon. So he had a past and owned this ship called the Black Wind.
And so I turned myself into this tiny little old lady walking about town with people. And we went into the blacksmith shop, and I had a crappy cutlass, and I wanted a new one anyway. And we saw it, and I wanted it, but it cost more than I wanted to pay. And so everybody else in the party, the other two guys that were there with me, decided that they were going to attempt to whore me out to the shop owner.
They tried to tell us there was a toll, and being a murder hobo and a very mouthy person, I told them that I would not pay their toll and walk by them instead.
So all of a sudden, you hear people say, it's the Black Wind, we're down there, kind of freaking out, because we're wondering what's going to happen. They come aboard our ship, basically hold all of us hostage. People hide in meat barrels, yada, yada, yada.
Like, yeah, do you see this old lady here? Yeah, she might be willing to trade favors for the sword, and all the while I'm standing there holding a bag like this the whole time, and I'm just, no, I don't think we're gonna do that.
So I was taking arrows from crossbows and just walking through them, not wincing, and all of a sudden daggers come flying out of the brush into several of the goblins, taking them out. Our ranger takes out 2 more, and I just walked straight up to Kirik and lifted him by his throat.
So Remy's like, I got to do something to stop them. He gets on the ship. And that's about the time that one of his unsuccessful rolls happens, and then his invisibility drops, and he's in the middle of all these bloodthirsty pirates. And just,
So him, like, and then eventually they went into a back alley with me, and the whole time I'm just like, no, don't, no, we're in a back alley now. Oh, God, he's undoing his pants. And then the other 2 guys robbed him.
As I lifted him above my head, I announced to the 2 in the brush that, next person is going to be their leader, and I squeezed his throat until his head blew up.
They all start trying to attack him. He immediately starts to climb the crow's nest, and I love this story because the imagery that I think about of, like, him, trying to scale this crow's nest as fast as he can, and then all these other pirates with, like, the cutlasses in their mouth, just like, coming up after him.
What makes you enjoy Dungeons and Dragons or just role-playing games in general?
The immersion, like being able to forget about everything else happening around me and falling into a world that doesn't even exist, making it exist.
I just like the stories. You know what I'm saying? Because again, from the way that we started, it just kind of became us all sitting around at a table, telling stories.
I think it is on its own a completely unique way of storytelling.
It's just so exciting because every week or whenever we play, it's like totally different and new, and it's like getting little episodic pieces of this grand story that you feel so invested in because you're a player in it. You are interacting with it. You are a part of this world, and so it's, it's really exciting. It makes storytelling, like, in this format, it's so interactive that there's such a thrill to it.
With a film, you have sometimes a lot of writers that collaborate. That's essentially what it is, except you're basically on hand creating the story right there.
Especially in a game like D&D, you have no idea where things are going to go. Because you have your own idea, and then someone else will come in and change the script completely. And I think that's been my favorite thing about it, is watching where stories go based off of other people. And so it's the storytelling is what really drew me to the game. And the camaraderie.